when I am live and in act shown. Okay. I do just want to appreciate everybody that are new followers, and everybody that have been joining my lives these past few times. It really means a lot to me, and yeah, I just could not do this without you all. So, um, first things first, I want to start off by saying today's nail set tips will be sponsored by um, Dollar Tree. They aren't really sponsoring it, but shout out to the nail tips because the nail tips that we're using today will be solely Dollar Tree nail tips, and we're going to do a coffin shape. Really easy to do, really easy spring set to do, and then we will be doing character drawing as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the nail colors, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. The set that you're looking here that is already done was the nail set that was done on live yesterday, and so, or day before yesterday, excuse me. And so, yeah, just have a look. Feel free to try out the design. Go back and watch the video. That really helps me with my channel. So yeah. All right, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the base of the number 11 Exagi nail color. Number 11. It's just gonna be a simple light nude color. Okay, so this is the color here. Okay, that's going to be our base color. I'll also be going in with Whitney's pink. This is their number color 13. It is a light pink. Next, I'll be going in with the Exagi number 63, as this is their number 63, but then color yellow. So you can get that nice color there. And then I'll be going in with my North color black. And so, yeah. So it's just a deep, dark black, okay? All right, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and use the base, do the base coat in this number 11, okay? And so you can find this color here that I'm doing, that I'm going to be swatching here on all of the nails on Shein. I'm not sure if they still have this sale, but you can get 6 for about $8, or you can get a whole set of 36 for about um I think $30 or something like that. But yeah, so this would be the base color for all of them. I could like to call this color Numnig, but yeah, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But this will be essentially the base color here for all of the nails. And then it's going to start off looking a little lighter um than what the second coat will be, but have no fear, it's going to get a little bit more pigmented as we go along and um, do our second coat, okay? So today I will be character drawing a bunny rabbit, a bunny rabbit. And then we're going to get into some fun spring colors. This will also be a French tip nail set. French tip nail set. So if you are in the business of doing French tips, then you know that this set is going to be fun. It might be a little challenging, but hey, we're gonna get it done, okay? We ain't gonna give up on us because we got places we're really trying to go. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just for play, right, baby? We trying to get that money on, okay? All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop this in the nail lamp, and then we're gonna keep moving forward. We're gonna pop it in the nail lamp for about 60 seconds. So this is what the first coat is looking like on the nails. So not too crazy, nothing too crazy just yet. But while that is going on and baking in the baker, I'm gonna go ahead and set my palette so that I can already have all of my colors on there. So again, today we're gonna be going in with a pink. This is the pink I'll be using, the Whitney pink number 13. I'll be going in with my pink French tip. So I just put a little bit on the palette there. Okay. And then I'll also be doing a yellow. So this is the same yellow that you all see right here in this nail set here. So I'll go in with the yellow. And then I'll also be doing a black French tip as well. So we're gonna go in with the Nor black. So this is what the black is looking like. And yeah, we're gonna go from there, okay? Nothing too crazy just yet, but it will get really fun. So our bunny rabbit will be yellow with a little bit of pink in it, okay? With a little bit of pink in it, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the second coat of the gel polish here. I'm gonna set my palette off to the side just so I'm not, you know, accidentally dabbing into that. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you never miss out. I do appreciate you all so much. Um, all right, so here we go. Second coat. Going in with this numbness color. Like I said, it gets a little bit more pigmented or darker, if you will, the more you swatch it or the more coats you add to it. So there we go there. All right. Here we go here. Going in with another coat there. Okay. Just making sure you get a nice clean coat on there. Next, moving along. Moving along. And like I said, these nail tips are coming right out of the Dollar Tree store, child. Right out of the Dollar Tree store. Now, they do have the nail tips that you can glue onto your, your tips or whatever, the half nail tips, and not just the full coverage. So if you like the half tips, then they also have those in Dollar Tree. But I like to use these for practice, more so than anything. Just because they're like sturdy and you get 100. So child, you can do a few sets with these, child. So yeah. Anywho, moving on. All right. I'm going to show you all the tools that I'll be using while this is baking this next time. And then we're also going to get started with our design once this come out of the nail oven. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. Here, I'll show you all what the second coat is looking like. Nothing too crazy, just looking really cute, chic, and petite, baby. Okay, so there we go. Popping that into the nail lampion. All right, so next we're gonna go in with our I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this up because I don't need this anymore. All right. Next, here are the tools, all of the tools that I'll be using today. So you'll need a liner gel, a liner brush, okay? You can use the short or long one. I'm going to be using this one today just so I can make sure I get the coverage of my smile line nice and right the first time. Also, I'll be going in with a double header dotting tool because we're going to do some polka dots. And then we're also going to be going in if I need to clean up anything. This came into a set. This came in a set at Dollar Tree, so I got these for $1.25. So yeah, Dollar Tree is the place to be. I can't make this up. So I'm actually going to keep that off. So in case I need to clean anything up, I just go in with this tool. Now we're going to go ahead and get into our character drawing. Or actually we're going to get into our French tips because again, this whole set will be Frenched. And then we're going to move on. So the thumbnail and the ring finger will be black. So I'm going to bring that palette back here. I'm going to use my Burano brush here to go ahead and make sure we get a nice crisp smile line. And yeah, that's essentially it. All right. So however you do your smile line, it's up to you. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to go back in and just make sure we get that nice and right and tight. And yeah, we're going to move on. Okay. And then we'll go back in and fill with our black Nor color here, since this is the black that we're essentially using, okay? So I really like this black. It comes in a pack of black and white off of Amazon for $4.99. So 250 each essentially. And then yeah, like I said, it's just a good black, good black. Okay, so you're gonna fill in everything nice and right and tight, and then get as close as you can to that smile line, and then just make sure you clean it up. Okay. All right. So got that nice and right. Okay. So now I'm just gonna take my little liner brush, clean up this smile line, and keep it pushing. Okay. We ain't spending too much time. We ain't getting our head. We just gonna keep it pushing. Hey, Miss Tara, how you doing? All right, so we're gonna just clean that up there. And then as you can see, like I said, if you see something, clean it up, okay? Right then and there. Don't get too caught up in your head about, oh my God, I gotta start over. Baby, if at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again, baby. We is not in the business of giving up on us. Okay? All right, now you're gonna take your handy dandy Dollar Tree tool that you got. Okay, I'm gonna talk to y'all like y'all got a Dollar Tree tool, okay? So just bear with me, okay? Holla. And you're going to take off whatever you don't need, okay? And then we're going to clean it up, okay? Like I said, French tips are not for the faint of heart. You're only going to get better the more you practice, okay? And you got this, okay? All right. So I'm fairly satisfied with this French. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this French too. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the baker and let it do what it does. Okay. So as you are, moving along, just go ahead and put it in the oven, the nail oven and stuff and things. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Next thing, this is going to be black as well. So we're going to just do the same thing we did to the other nail. And like I said, people start with their French here. I feel like I see a little bit better this way, but essentially you want to just make sure that your French tip is all about the same length as best as you can get it, okay? So that means like the smile line is smile lining to the best of your ability. And quite frankly, all this, pretty similar in length and in shape as you navigate the nail, okay? So I think that we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the rest with this good old brush here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Trinity. Hey, girl. Thank you so much. This was the last set. I really tried to go in on that set, you know what I'm saying? Best I could. I feel like every time I do a nail set, I get better and better. But sometimes I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna have a heart to heart with y'all right now. I just be like, man, I ain't even gonna post this because nobody really gonna like this stuff. So, I do get in my head too, but then I be like, girl, you better pop out. Cause baby, you done came a long way. And I have, but sometimes I be in my head. But that really means a lot. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate y'all support and just being authentic and being so kind with your words. And also encouraging me, you know what I'm saying? Because this journey sometimes is kind of, you know, kind of not nice, you know. But yeah, all right. Here we go. We're gonna fix and perfect this smile line. And then, like I said, you're gonna take off whatever you don't need. But essentially the thing that you need to remember most is that your fears aren't aren't, able to be over. I mean, your fears of, not being great or not being good, it's just mental. It's just mental because you are great at whatever you do. The more you do, you become more great at it, right? So the thing I want y'all to take from me, even just doing nails right now, like I'm messing up a lot, just take encouragement and just know that, Nothing is perfect ever, ever. Nothing is perfect. Nothing, 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 nothing. But things can be essentially perfected the more that you go along. The thing is, we got to get out of our head and step out on faith and just keep being actionable, showing up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Show up for yourself. And the more you do that, oh, baby, the more you can soar like a bird. I'm like a bird. I want to fly away. Yes, honey. Okay. So just keep soaring. Just what Dory say, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. You're going to reach the ocean shores. And it's gonna be a beautiful island. At the end, just follow the metaphor, okay? Just follow, okay? Just follow. Okay? But anyway, all right. So I'm feeling good about this, but right here I'm seeing a little lumpity lump, and I don't like that. So we're gonna fix that, okay? We take our journey together. You tell me, I'm like, oh, thank you so much, Trinity, Trin. I do appreciate this so much. I really do. 'Cause I'm telling you, sometimes I be looking at my stuff. I'm like, bruh, nobody liking this stuff for real. But then I be getting back on here. I be like, oh my God, what? And people be thinking, one view ain't a lot. Yes, it is, honey. It's a whole lot, honey. It's a whole lot. But what matters is you putting in the work, honey. So I like to put them side by side to make sure that they're pretty much, the same when it comes to how far I've gone down with the French tip. And I think they're pretty good there. So I'm going to just pop this back into the nail lamp, or actually, I'm going to pop that into the nail lamp. And now we're going to move on. Now, the next few nails are going to be the only nail that's going to be pink will be our pointer nail. It will have a pink um smile line, and then the middle nail and the pinky nail will be yellow. Okay, so we're essentially going to do the same thing. You want to make sure you have a good brush there. Okay, a good brush there. Okay, all right. And so again, these are springish, right? So spring has sprung, honey. Spring has sprung, honey. All right. And so boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, so we got that on there. We're going to go ahead and fill it in with the rest with our handy dandy pink brush. And again, switch up the colors if you want to try this nail set. Um, it's just meant to be fun. I would like to see this in, honestly, green. I could have done like a light green, olive green, or like a neon green for the summer. Maybe I do that. I mean, for the spring or whatever. Maybe I do that. But yeah, we just gonna go along with the colors that we got here, child. Okay, and then clean it up. So as you can see, my smile line is looking a little wonky, and that's okay. We're gonna make her look way prettier, way prettier. So it's this side that's a little bit uh higher, and it really needs to be, perfected and be just slight bit curvaged a little bit more. And so that's what I mean when I say, if you see something and it's not looking quite right, just go ahead and fix it. You got time. You can do this. You know what I'm saying? You got this, okay? All right, so I'm feeling good about this. Trying to make sure that my girl is looking good. That being my girl being a nail. Okay. All right. I'm feeling good about that. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop her into the nail lamp as well. All right. Next, we're going to move on to our yellow. And each time you are making your smile line and you're using the same tool, just make sure you're cleaning it off. Might sound, kind of crazy or redundant to what I always say in these lives, but it really does make a difference. Also, too, you don't want too much, because you want your smile lines to essentially be the same all across the board, all across the board. I feel like I'm getting lower and lower as I go. So we're actually gonna wipe that off, and then we're gonna go up just a slight bit. Okay. So I'm gonna actually start here and then curvage down. Okay. All right. I'm feeling way better about that. Way better. Of course, we're gonna have to make her really nice and cute and stuff and things, but that's okay. Go back in. You're going to. This is where if you can see a little bit better from this point of view of the nail, go ahead and just, start that way and just continue on, okay? Now, again, like I said, French tips, they would test you in ways that you ain't been tested, child. Now, if you got some kids, then maybe it probably test you in that way. But, child, I'm trying to tell you, you can't be giving up, child, because that's the easy thing to do. All right, now we're gonna go in with our Exage. Now, this is my favorite nail polish, and y'all know why I had to do yellow because why? Why do I say? I know some of y'all probably like it's your favorite color, Destiny, whatever, whatever. But yes, it's my favorite color. It's my favorite color. Doesn't it just match my personality? You know what I'm saying? Yes, honey. So anyway, moving on. All right, we're gonna get that Exage yellow all up on there, all up on it. Uh-huh. We finding it. We finding it. Uh-huh. And then we're gonna make sure we crisp that line. So if you go over it, it's okay. You're gonna clean it up. You ain't gonna think too much about it. You're just gonna go ahead and just crisp it and move on, okay? So you can see we got a little bumble jumble going on there. We're gonna clean it up, okay? All right. So we're gonna take our brush, okay, and we're going to literally clean it up, okay? I still have a little bit coming down more so than I would like. So this is where you're going to take your tool, add a little acetone on it, and you're going to keep pushing, okay? You got to keep on moving. You can't stop. Yes, honey. All right, we got a little something sticking out right there. So we gonna clean that up right there. And then I feel like we looking goody in the hoodie over here. We looking goody in the hoodie over here, okay? All right, that little bit was bothering me, so I'm gonna take that little bit off and then just fix it, okay? All right, and then we're gonna fix that right there, and boom, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pop her in the nail lamp too, okay? All right, so once she's back in the nail lamp, it's time to pretty much move on to the last French tip of it all. And once you French them, once you've gotten your smile line done, honestly, y'all, you have ran the course of achieving the hardest part. Honestly, you really have. Because the second part to this is you essentially just going back in and filling it in with your gel brush and moving on. So I'm hushing. I'm trying to pause myself because I'm trying to get this smile line done. Sometimes you gotta just shut up, you know. Talking about me, not y'all, because y'all probably don't talk as much as I do. Well, I be talking sugar ear off, but that's okay. I be talking about real spirit. You know what I'm saying? How to get that money on. Anyway, moving on. All right, so hey, hey, Rachel. All right, here we go. Now we got that cleaned up. Now I'm just gonna go in and fill this part in with our brush. Y'all look at this. Ain't it just the cutest bottle? It's just so fancy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on live tomorrow doing my nails. Cause my birthday is coming up Sunday. So we're gonna do some special nails for my theme for this year. It's the big 33 rodeo, honey. Yes, you heard it right. 33. All right. So here we go. Filling that in. You see how I'm just taking my time and getting close to the line, and then just going back in and perfecting it with the liner brush. You got this. You can do it too. Okay? All right? All right. So we just gonna clean stuff up. It ain't really much on this nail that we need to clean up, but this is how it's looking, and we're going to move on. We're gonna pop her into the nail lamp as well. All right. This is the fun part. The fun part, okay? So we're gonna go back in with everything. Since we're on yellow, we're just gonna go ahead and stay on the yellow. Go ahead and fill in our second coat. Okay. And one thing I will say about this brand right here, they fill the bottle all the way to the top. And it's 15 milliliters. 15 milliliters. Okay. As you can see, of course, the bottle is way, it's big anyway. So of course it's gonna be a little bit more milliliters than what you see the Whitney brand is. But huh? Uh, but yeah, 15 milliliters. So we're just going in with our second coat, getting it as close as we can to that line, but not going over it. All right, because we're going to just clean up that smile line with our handy dandy brush. And we're going to move on, okay? You see what I'm saying? Right there. That's just a second coat, okay? And then let your liner brush do the rest, okay? So as you can see, we got it in there, but you can see that this smile line needs some love too, okay? Everything needs to be blended, okay? Everything needs to be blended. So we're gonna take our brush, and make sure we get it right across the top, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, okay? And then there we go. There we go. Okay. Got it on there nice and even. Okay. All right. We feeling goody in the hoodie about the yellow, honey. Okay. All right. So again, we're working with the yellow. So we're gonna go ahead and fill that in with yellow. So now, like I said, stay focused on one color at a time, right? Try not to jump colors if you don't have to. And what I mean by that is if you're working with yellow and you have, multiple nails that you're working with that one color, just try to stay there so you don't get too foggy in the brain or too frazzled in the head when it comes to you just doing the design. They can work you up and then psych you out. Take it one color at a time, one step at a time. You got this, okay? You really do. And honestly, I only had sugar. I only have sugar here to be like, oh baby, you got this. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, y'all, true story. She used to always tell me, baby, them nails are not like they too thin or the colors aren't matching, and you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I used to be like, wait, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. The more I take my craft serious, everything don't go. Everything don't go. And it was because I was becoming distracted and wanting to do, you know, everything at one time and do this here, do this there. I wasn't really focused. You know what I'm saying? You have to focus, take your time, do some deep breaths. Hell, if you got to get up and walk around for a minute, do that. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't giving up. If you got to come back, come back. All of us, you know, most of us don't wake up and just be like, oh, I am great at this. No, we don't. We don't. Let's be serious here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's design is not the same. It's not. It's just not. And that's okay too, right? Um, what's for you is for you, and your journey is your journey. Just take it serious each and every time, okay? All right, I'm just perfecting this smile line or getting this, filling in this smile line, as I should say. And then I did go over just a smidge there. So I'm going to take this handy dandy tool and just clean it up, okay? Just clean it up, okay? All right. It's the slightest little bit, but I see it, and so I'm going to fix it, okay? All right. Got it out of there, y'all. And look at her. She's looking way better, okay? So now I'm going to pop that into the nail lamp. All right. So this is what the second coat is looking like on that middle nail. Now we move on. We're going to clean our brush and just go ahead and fill in the smile line on the pink nail. So just clean your brush with a lint-free wipe. Keep moving on, okay? And then we're going to draw our design. And like I said, this design is going to be fairly easy. So, yeah, it ain't nothing to it. All right. So getting as close as we can to this smile line and then moving on, okay? All right. Here we go. And I really like when y'all follow along. I can't see you, but I be feeling it in my spirit. I really do. People be thinking you crazy when you say stuff like that, but you really not. I be feeling you. I be like, okay, guys, somebody got it. Somebody is taking something, and I'm not even at my best yet with these nails. But oh, by next year, by next March, I'm gonna be licensed. So yeah, be sure y'all keep that in your head too. Y'all gonna be like, she told us she gonna be licensed by next March. Yep, I am. By my birthday next year, I'll be licensed. So I ain't tripping. Um, and then I'll be able to come on here and do real tutorials like sanitation and all of that. Right now, we're gonna just focus on press-ons and designs. Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on. Here we go. Thank you so much, Miss Tara. I'm so excited. So excited. All right. Here we go. Now we're gonna move on. Uh-oh. Hold on, sweet thing. All right, here we go. Can y'all see those a little better? Those are the ones Trin was talking about. Babe, will you move that box off of my computer? Thank you. Just move it to the side. Thank you. All right. Next, we're gonna go in with our black. Now I'm gonna use this Burano liner brush. Yeah, I'm gonna use this Burano liner brush, and then I'm going to move on. Um, and I like to use this brush simply because, as you can see, it doesn't have those little strags in them. Can y'all see it? It don't have those little strags in them on the end. Like I don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah. All right. So go ahead and fill in this nail here. All right. Same thing we did to the other nails. This one need a little extra TLC, child. Oh, we it was looking almost like it was a jelly nail. Oh, we. And why I say if you see some child, go ahead and fix it, child. And it's okay to be funny, crack jokes on yourself, child. You gotta laugh through. You gotta laugh through the pain, child. And that ain't even pain, right? It's it's growing pains, right? But it's fun humor in you just elevating your craft. So if you can laugh through it and get better, baby, you winning. You doing 10 out of 10. And my granny would say, you doing 100 in the shade. 100 in the shade, child. I mean, you styling and profiling, okay? You got this. Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on. All right, so now we're gonna take this handy dandy brush from out of here, dip it into that black just a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and fix that smile line, okay? All right. So you see me getting really close. I want it to be nice and clean. All right. Just filling it in. All right. All right. Just cleaning it up. Okay, way better. Sometimes you gotta just take your time and make sure that everything is nice and flowing. Okay. So it took me a little time to go ahead and perfect that a little bit better, but we did it, right? We did it. Okay. All right. So go ahead and fill in this black here. Okay. All righty. And if you get it as close and then spread your brush, then you won't probably have to do as much. But again, nevertheless, you still are taking your time. You ain't in a rush. You are really, really taking your craft serious. And you want to get to that point where, you can do your French tips in 2.5 seconds. That's the goal for all of us, I hope. Look at that. Look at that bumblebee. What are you doing? Get off of there. All right. Bless you, hun bun. All right, now we're gonna fix that smile line right there. Dip it in that black and just go ahead and fix it. All righty, honey. All right, so we're gonna go back the opposite direction and clean up anything that we might see that will be hindering that smile line to be smiling. Okay. All right. I'm pretty satisfied. I'm not gonna think about it too much, and we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna move on, blend everything, and go from there. All right. Now that's looking much better. I went over the line, so I'm gonna go ahead and just clean that up real fast and stuff and things. Uh-huh. And then we really gonna pop this baby into the nail lamp. All right, there we go. She looking real goody in the hoodie. All right, now all that the second coats and stuff is done. So now we're gonna go in with our finna get some money or something. All right, so this is very easy. We're going to polka dot this nail, and then we're going to draw our handy dandy. Um, actually, I'll start off with drawing. I feel like that'll be the longest piece of this right here. So let me Oh, yeah, my hand is itching up a storm. Oh, we thank you, Lord, for them blessings that's about to flow in. All right, anyway, moving on. All right, I guess I could do this because we still got 20 seconds, child. All right, so let's just go ahead and polka dot it, and then we'll draw our bunny. And the only thing you need for your bunny is essentially um, what you call it, liner brush, and yeah, that's it. That's it right there. So you can go in with however many polka dots you like, with all different sizes if you like. All right, so we got the polka dot there, and so we're gonna pop that into the nail lamp. Okay, now now that that's out of there, we can go ahead and then we will do two coats of the polka dots. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and draw our handy dandy bunny. I'm so excited to draw his big head self. All right. Now, because I was gonna do a sticker, but I was like, no, you gotta keep challenging yourself, girl. You got to keep challenging yourself, because I do have some stickers, but I was like, man, I can do it, even if it look ugly. I just gotta keep trying. Right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just draw him. He gonna be a little fat head, buddy. Okay, he gonna be a little fat head bunny. All right. So almost as if we were drawing. Remember when I did the Hey Arnold nails? So you're gonna kind of start off with like a like a shape like that, but it's gonna be circle like so. And then just fill it in. Okay, and this is all I'm doing with the yellow, right? Just building his head, building his head. Okay. Flip the nail if you have to get a nice even coat. And so you're going to do two coats of this right here so that you can get the full pigmentation of the head, okay? And then where he's going to have a little ear. It's going to be so cute and stuff and things, okay? And you're just going to take your time. No fluctuation. No, ooh, ah. And if you do, like I said, just get up, take a breath, and breathe. All right. All right. So this is his head essentially. Okay. So this is what his head is gonna look like, and then we're gonna go back in and draw his ear and all of that fun stuff. Okay. All right. So just gonna clean that up right at the bottom. All right. Boom. And then I got a little bit. I don't know if you all can see right there. I'm just gonna clean that up right there on the side. It's just the smallest little strag. All right, boom. So I'm gonna pop that into the nail lamp while his head is curing. We're gonna go ahead and move back to our handy dandy polka dots, and we're going to go ahead and just go back in with our second coat, okay? Go back in, get a little bit more, and then we're gonna clean that one up because we kind of messed that one up, right? So instead of using that tool that I just showed you, I'm gonna go in with this one right here and just clean it up. Okay. All right. I'm feeling way better about that. Okay. All right. So this is our second coat of the polka dots. So we're gonna pop that back in there. Now we're gonna move back to the bunny head. The bunny head, and we're literally going to just go back in with our second coat, filling this in its entirety. Okay. Take your time. Huh? Yeah. You can put it over here. I'll take a bite. All right. I'm just filling in his head. And yes, I'm being very cautious as I get close to the outskirts of the head, just so I'm not going over it or whatever. So yeah. All right. All right, you're gonna move it around town. Move it around town, okay? Do what you need to do to make sure that you are getting the best coat possible. Okay? Take your time and go from there. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with how it's looking. So this is his head filled in for the second coat. And then we're gonna move on. Okay. Now, this one right here, we're gonna go in with a little bit of pink. Okay. I'm gonna see how this is gonna look actually. And then I'll decide what else I'm gonna do. Sorry, y'all, my eye itching. And then I wanna go back. Clean that up. Just doing like almost like little lace. look. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. Y'all like that? Can y'all see that? I don't know. We gotta go back over it again. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let that do what it does in there. All right, so we got his head. Yay, whoop de doo. Whoop de doo. Now we gotta draw his little bunny ear. His little bunny ear. So you're gonna take that same pink and literally draw his little ear. I mean, draw his little bunny ear. You can see it right there, baby. Syrup, a little bit of ketchup, and a little bit of ranch. Okay, I'm gonna go out a little bit more. They are so loud. All right, fill in his little ear. I'm gonna go up a little bit more for his ear because I feel like the ears are just a tad bit longer. All right, there we go. Oh, look at his little ear. Hey, y'all. Hey, Lucette, I'm doing good. How are you? All right. So now we got his little bunny ear. Okay. Bam. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Okay. All right. So we're going to pop that into the nail lamp and then I'll draw his face. And then I'll draw his face. Okay. Now, um, now we're going to go back and draw the lace look of the nail. 1 second, y'all. Mm, those are so good, though. Mm, so I'm gonna draw the lace. Yes, it's been a minute, girl. But I'm glad to hear you doing good. Now, that's what I like to hear, honey. All right. So I'm just going back over the lines that I've already made the first time. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna go back here. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back here. All right. All right. Trying to even see if I need to go back, go right here. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm liking that look. Although, you see how it's a little more juicy on this side than the other side? We're gonna take some of that juice off. Just a little bit of juice. All right. That looks way better. Way better. Way, way, way better. Okay. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna get her out of there. Okay. Because what you don't want is this line to be all juicy, and the rest of them, like, I don't know. But here is the design. Okay. All right. We're going to pop her into the nail lampion. And we're going to go in because we're still working with that ear. So we're going to go in the ear and just fill it in. Okay. We're going in a second time. I don't know if they perfect, girl, but I'm trying. But thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. And that's what it's about, right? If you ain't trying, then you can't be crying. Okay? Y'all got this? All right. So now I'm just filling in the ear, taking my time. I did go over the line there, but we're going to clean that up and move on. Okay? So I'm going to take this tool and clean it up. Okay? I don't even know what size brush this is. I just know it's like the extended long styler liner brush. But I don't know. I got it in a pack of 5 off of Shein for $1. So I don't know. But yes, if you ain't trying, child, what is you doing? What is you doing? This is what the lace is looking like. I like that. All right. So now we're gonna move on to this nail here, which is the thumbnail. Okay. Uh-uh. All right. We're gonna go in with a little bit of white. Mm, where is my white? Mm, where is my white? Oh, here it is, right here. All right, so we got some white there. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm trying. I am trying. I'm doing it right, but I'm trying to. Because this is my first time drawing a um bunny. And so it might not look as good as others, but all right, here we go. So this will be just like, mm, let me see. I think I'll make these just, actually I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually put a star on it to make this pop. But I got these stickers right here. So we are gonna eventually use stickers. So we're gonna pop torn between a pink star and a white star. think we're gonna go with white. We'll go with white. All right, we'll put that on there in just a second. Let's go ahead and finish the bunny. So now I'm going to take my dotting tool for the bunny and go ahead and finish his face. And then we're going to make a nice clean, where is my, okay, so this will be his mouth color right here for his little bitty mouth. His little bitty mouth. All right, now we're going to go in with our dotting tool for the eyes. Okay. His eyes are a little, this one is a little bigger than what I need it to be. But I want them to be like a little oval shaped eyes. So that one's okay. I think this one needs to go a little bit over, a little bit more over. Yeah. Well, let me see how his mouth is going to look actually. Yeah, this gonna have to, his eyes are gonna have to go over a little bit more. Ain't they good? I'm eating. Yes. Yeah, they good. I'm not. I am. Oh, I'm going. Oh my God. It's this brush right here. Okay. So, all right. So here's his eyes. His eyes are on there. But this brush, I'm finna have to switch my brush to make my little. Mm-mm. It's too big. Okay. There we go. There we go. And like I say, y'all, it take you a few tries. You know how you want it to look. Just make it look like that. It might take you a few back and forths, but it's okay. As long as you get it right and tight, that's all that matters. All right, bam. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to switch gears and get this brush right here. Oh, yeah, way better. Way better. That's too light. So I'm gonna have to go in with a darker brown. See what I'm saying? You plan for something, but you know, if it don't work, it just don't work. We ain't gonna force it, we just gonna pivot, okay? So just learn to pivot, okay? I'll use dotting tool. I guess I could have used a dotting tool, huh? Okay. I guess I could have used it. Good suggestion, Miss Tara. Let me see if the dotting tool gonna work. He ain't looking so he ain't looking so appetizing. But I know it's cause I ain't do the I need to make the ears a little fatter. B, this looking more like a chickadee. Okay, so we got some things to do. Let me see if this is gonna make a difference. No, it's not. That's okay though. We gonna get it though. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. So how about we just take all of that off that we've added? Start over. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna go here with his eyes. Oh man. It ain't one thing, it's another. Oh my God, I got a lot of stuff in my hand. Okay. All right, let's start over. Oh, we. Okay. Let's see. Did we get it? I think I'm gonna go with that right there. I think I'm gonna go with that right now. But the more I look at it, it's like, girl, what is it? It's like his eye, one eye here, one eye there. No. So we're going to do it one last time. This time we're gonna actually get it. Caught off? Start that licking. Okay, y'all, for real. This gonna be the last time. If it don't look the way I want it to look this time, then we just gonna let it flow. You just gonna have to do. Just gonna have to do what it do. Turn it. Oh my God. Okay, for real. This time. This time for real. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all for real. This time it's going to do what it needs to do. All right. All right. And then boom, bam. Mm, child. It's something. It's something. It look more like a little chickadee than a doggone bunny. Maybe if I drew the other bunny ear, it'll look more so like a bunny, but I'm not finna keep going back and forth with this. That's what I got. That's what I got in the tank. Okay, we're gonna let that cure and then we're gonna go ahead and go in with our star. Mm-hmm. Where'd it go? All right. He's great. No matter where she goes, dress her up from the head to the toe. Oh no. All right, got that on there. We're gonna go ahead and then we're gonna go ahead and add a flower to it to give it a little bit of character, a little bit more character, something, whatever. All right. So let me pull out my handy dandy flowers. All right. Yeah, like I said, I want to challenge myself to see if I can draw it. And well, it ain't looking the best, but it's okay. I tried. All right. Have a good one. Let's see. Thank you so much, lovely. You take care too now. Right? All right, y'all. So we're gonna go in with a flower. I thought I had some pink. Oh, yes, I do. I got some pink ones. So we got some pink flowers. We gonna go in with. Okay. All righty, hun. And then actually I need to sponge that ear. So where's my sponge tool? Where is it? Is it over here? Give me 1 second, y'all. I need to sponge this ear with white. Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna have to find that later. But alright. Actually, never mind. I don't need to wait on it because I got the sponge. It's right here. I'm gonna take this sponge here. I don't know where my little tool, my little press down tool is at the moment, but I'm gonna take a little bit of that white. Okay. And then I'm going to just clean that up around here. Take that off. Go ahead and pop it back in the nail lamp. And then we're going to do a flower on the ear to make it pop a little bit more. Y'all, it did not turn out as quite like I wanted it to, but that's okay. It turned out cute to me overall. Um, if you want to, you can add a bow there, a white bow or a pink bow, whatever bow you want to add there. Like I have a white bow I could add here, right? But then I feel like I don't know, I'll be taken away from the design or whatever. But whatever you want to put there, you're totally welcome to. Um, but yeah, once this comes out, I'm gonna go ahead and put a flower on it. And I think I'm gonna go in one of these flowers. If it ain't too small. So go in with the glue. Okay, you're gonna need some rhinestone glue, dotting tool. Uh-oh. Dotting tool. Okay, we ain't got time for that, child. Actually, probably want to go in with a little darker. No. So we're gonna go back in with that same pink that's on the nail and then just put a jewel in it, okay? Pop it right there. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this. Child, I do not like this bunny. Or whatever this thing is, because it don't look like a bunny to me. All right, pop it on in the nail lamp. You don't need it in there that long, but long enough to where it cures. Okay. Okay. Pop that in the nail lamp. Close this stuff back and put it up when you're done. And then now, once that comes out of the nail lamp, like I said, I'm going to see, which I don't feel like I need to do too much, but we're going to go ahead and just, okay. I feel like I should do another ear because this kind of look off, right? It kind of look like one of those little chickadee things. I think I'm going to draw the other ear, y'all. Let me see how it would look. We'll spend the whole night dancing. Shine bright, shine bright, don't be shy, be a star. Where you live, where you are, be a star. Y'all remember that from Life Size with Tyra Banks? Maybe not. Oh yeah, this looks way better. Way better. Alright. Okay. Alright. Don't they look more like a bunny than not? I don't know. Feel like you do. I feel like it does. And maybe we'll do two little flowers on there. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, let me go ahead and pop that in the nail lampion. Seeing a little something right there. So clean that up. And yeah, there we go. We'll do two flowers there. I'm going to do one more coat of that pink. And then move on. I could write spring on here in black. But that might be too much. All right. Going back in with a second coat. Okay. So we're gonna clean this up right here. Alrighty. Got that nice and clean, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pop that back into the nail lamp. And then I think I will go in with another flower so he can have two flowers on his little ears. And then we will top coat everything. All right. These potatoes are so good, y'all. All right. I'm gonna pop it at the nail lamp, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. Pop it in the nail lamp. Then once it come out, we're gonna add the little gold jewel to it, and then see how the whole set looks. And like I said, you can do this very easy. Really, the longest part is just curing everything and just making sure everything looks good to you. Okay. All right, now here we go. Bless you, hon. Alright, I'm gonna pop that in the nail lamp just for a few seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and cure with our top coat. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and clean up everything, okay? So, featured colors that we've used today is Noor. They're black and white off of Amazon. Oh, Lord. Exage. This is their yellow off of Chin. Card. Rhinestone gel. Amazon. These stickers, Shein. Dear Reno, Amazon. Joe Whitney, Amazon. Rosalind White, Amazon. Alright, here we go. So this is before we pop it in the nail lamp. Alright. So cute. I do like that bow on there. First, I said I wasn't gonna add the bow because I thought it was gonna take away from what I'm doing. Pink. Oh no, not pink. I don't even know what the bow is. So this telling me to just add the white bow. Right? Right. Okay. Let's top coat it. Alright. Top coat with the McCart top coat. Alright. So here is what we got before we cure it with the top coat on there. And then I'll show y'all what it looks like after. Okay. So before the top coat, before the curing of it all. And then I'll show y'all what it looks like after. Okay. And essentially, alright, so here comes the nail. So here they are. So there we go. Got a little bunny action or a little chickadee with ears. I'm gonna work on my bunnies, y'all. I'm gonna work on my bunnies. But yeah, let me know how y'all liking them in the comments or whatever. I will be posting these soon. So just let me know how you feeling them. You liking them? You may not like them. Yeah, all feedback is appreciated. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here, and I do appreciate y'all for taking time out y'all day to stay with me. Okay. All right. I'll be back this afternoon. See y'all. Bye.